Hello friend, in this session I will be helping you out with what is Nmap. So Nmap is one of the tools which we use for scanning hosts and other network devices. So what we do is this is more of a reconnaissance tool where we try to identify what is the operating system, what are the different ports open and so on. And trust me, if you think that yes, if you want to be a pen tester, this should be a sure shot tool which is required for your pen testing. Nmap was created by Gordon Leon, and as I say that whenever we want to start a command, we should go first with the help file. Before moving on to the basic of the Nmap, what I would suggest is you can also check out Nmap is available for Windows platform also. So I will take you to the Windows site and then we can check and you can download it from there too. So I'll just press Firefox and we directly go to the Nmap site, nmap.org. So this has all the downloads available in respect of Linux as well as Windows. So you can go there and click on the download and then you can download as per your requirement. So the command line version is known as Nmap, and there is also a GUI version available which is called as a Zenmap. So once you go through the documentation, you can find it that it is available. You can see for Microsoft Windows binaries and it is available for various Linux platform also. So for Kali Linux, it's pre-installed, so no need to worry. Going forward, as I said that yes, Nmap also gives us an important tool like scanme.nmap.org. So if you want to check or scan anything, you can directly use scanme.nmap.org for all your test purpose, because this is one of the platform where you can test, you can scan, and you can almost get all the details which are available rather than going for any live website. So let me start with my favorite command. And I'll see yes, nmap space hyphen hyphen help. And you can see that it shows me all the syntax and everything is available here. So now what I'll do is I'll try to follow this and I'll try to run this command and let's see what details I get. So I'll just use the command nmap space hyphen v space hyphen capital A and scan me.nmap.org and press enter. So you can see that yes, it has started working and it is actually showing me open ports available on that machine, and you can see that yes, it's doing some more research. So ideally what it does is it scans and probes and comes up with all the open ports which are available here. So we can see that yes, it's trying to scan and it's trying to scan more, and you can get more details. So meanwhile what we did was we used a syntax. So let's go back and check the syntax. So what I have done is I have used the V and A. So V stands for version and A stands for enable OS detection, version detection, script scanning and trace route. So I have used a basic command which is -V and then A, which will try to enable and identify which OS I'm working, what are the different options available and so on. So let's wait for some more time and let's see what it gets. So friends, here you can identify that yes, it has shown me the details for this server. So let's scroll and see, okay, SSH, and then we go ahead and it has shows that our HTTP server has Ubuntu installed, and it is also showing me all the open ports available, and then it shows me that service info operating system which I am using is Linux, and it has completed the scan. So I'm sure the basic command will give you so many details. So let's start with the basic command by just typing in nmap scanme.nmap.org and let's see what it shows. So scanme.nmap.org and let's see how it works. And let's wait for a while to revert. And it clearly shows us the open ports which are available in this. So similarly what we can do is we can explore this by using our IP address also. So what I'll do is I'll just type in clear and then check with one of the IP address of Windows 8.1 machine. So the IP address is 10.11.255.7, and let me recheck and confirm. So here the IP address is 10.211.55.7, and I'll just press enter. So this is the default command when I'm trying to use an IP address to scan, and it clearly shows us the complete details. So it also shows me that Nmap scan report for Windows 8.1 machine. So it says that the other system where we have used the scan clearly shows that yes, this is my Windows machine, and it clearly shows me the port which are open on this computer. So let me test it with another machine, which is Windows 10 machine, and what result we get here. So the IP address is 8, and let's check. So it shows that yes, by default the OS is Windows 10, and it was able to successfully identify the ports open here. So here I'll try to add an argument, and let's see what is that, and I'll press F and I'll press enter. So basically what I have done is I have used the syntax -F, which is done for fast scanning. So if I use -F, the scanning process will be faster, but it would be not be thorough. So I would always recommend to use the basic version only. So at times you might feel that I want to scan multiple machines. So how would you do that? So here what you can do is just use the basic command nmap space 10.211.55.7 and press enter. You can see that it has shown us that about the details of Windows 8.1 machine, and where we have done Nmap for two IP address. So you can check that the first IP address was Windows 10, the second IP address was Windows. So by a single command, what we can do is we can simply check up multiple hosts. So it can be n number of hosts available here. So just separated by a space. So at times it might feel that, sir, if I would like to check up a machine or I would like to check up two hosts, it's very easy. But how about I would like to go for a complete network? So for that scenario, I'll just have to press star and press enter. And it will try to scan all the IP addresses available with the star. And let's wait for some more time. You can see that it shows us the result for all the available here. So here what they have done is they are using star as a wildcard entry. So similarly what we can also do here is instead of typing up this, I can type in 7:8 also, which means if I use, I can scan both the IP address. And let's wait. So you can see that just by comma separated, I can immediately check up two hosts and get the details for same. So let's explore, and what I'm going to do is I'll do an nmap again and check which are the ports available. So I can see that yes, 445.139 is available. So I'll just try scanning up and check nmap space -p, and I'll use the port 135 and press enter. So it shows me that once I scan one of the ports, it automatically specifically says that yes, this port is already open. So I would check another port and see whether that is open or not, and this is 443. So the 443 port is closed. So just for the information, the 443 is used for secure web communication. So at times there are users who would say that when you are using an nmap, it makes a lot of noise. So basically, when somebody says that yes, Nmap is a noisy scanning process, which means that one, it's tried to scan, the rest users can identify that someone has started or initiated a scan in the network. So then what we can do is we can have a mechanism where we will identify and use it in a stealth mode. So for that, the command is again simple. I'll just go back and I'll use hyphen small s and double s, and I'll press enter. So it clearly shows that if I want to run a stealth scan, I need to have a root user permission. So I'll just use sudo command and press, and it's asking me for the password, and I'll just press. So now you can see that comparatively this one is more of a less aggressive than the initial one, and you can see that it has given all the details. And with this command you can also find a host name of the system, and I'll just check with. So you can see that our name is 8.1 shared. Now I'm going to show you an important command. So it's if list, and this command will show us the default host and the route process. So with this single command we can identify the host information and the route information for all the devices. And one more command which is interesting and good for a hacker. So I'll just put in and see what it shows. So it's still going on. So it says that 32 seconds are remaining. So just by adding a V, it is showing me the exact version of the service which is running. So now at times it becomes very critical for us to identify which version is running, because I can target my attack based on the version of the software. So this shows a complete version which are available here. And let's check another command where I'm using nmap space hyphen I capital R, and I'll press 5. So the idea is, what I'm doing is I have asked Nmap to scan any random 5 machines and let me see what does Nmap finds for me. So I personally would suggest not to hunt for any random IPs because that is not allowed. It's always better to scan on the basic scanme.nmap.org for a testing purpose, or you can do it on your random purpose. So now you can see that when I do a random scanning, it has given me the detail for random machines all over. So let's check which IPs are there, and I just try to just I'll press who is and the IP address. So you can see that it was of Bharti Airtel only. So similarly, you can identify that what it did was it went and it actually identified a random IP address, and then it showed us that there are so many open ports available. So now you know that if you want to set up a target, you can access port 80, and you can also access other ports like POP3, SMTP, and how you can also get to know that yes, someone is running Squid proxy on their server or not. So it gave me a result for 5 addresses, then gave me all the details of 5 hosts. So you can also test it with a smaller number. For example, we can try with 2 numbers also, and if you are lucky you might randomly get some IP address. Let's see whether it gives us the same details or it gives us another IP address. So we wait for a while. I personally would suggest not to try this because again, so let's see. Yes, now you can see that yes, there are 2 different IP address, and it was able to successfully scan and share that yes, these are the ports. So common thing is everyone has 80 port open. So the hackers may target the same port and then can plan their targeted attacks based on this port. Thank you.